Well, they know it's a rated R movie, okay? So I was like, you know, walking into this, if you can't handle the heat, get out the kitchen.
For real though, did Disney Channel know what they were creating? Because whoever looked at this curly-haired teenager and thought, yeah, she's gonna make parents turn off their TVs in 5 years deserves a raise. From family-friendly spy to making us all collectively uncomfortable during Euphoria dinner scenes, let's break down how Zendaya went from all cute to oh damn faster than you can say emotional damage.
This is The One. Filmmaker and film critic. This is The One.
TheKjMachine.com.
What's up, Machine Squad? I'm KJ, and today we're diving deep into Hollywood's favorite emotional damage dealer. Look, we need to talk about Oakland's finest export since, well, whatever else Oakland's known for. Born in 1996, yeah, she's making all of us feel old as fuck. Zendaya Mari Stormer Coleman was literally built different. While most of us were learning to color inside the lines, she was already modeling for Macy's. And when we were having our awkward Disney Channel phase watching shows, she was starring in them. But here's where it gets interesting. Her parents weren't just regular degular parents. They were teacher parents. Her dad was out here teaching gym by day and moonlighting as her security guard during her Disney years. That's some next level take your kid to work energy right there. And Mama Coleman teaching students while her daughter's out here collecting Emmys like they're Pokemon cards. The craziest part, while other child stars were going through their public meltdown phase, Zendaya was busy becoming the youngest CFDA fashion icon. That's like skipping the awkward teenage phase and going straight to I'm about to make Vogue my vision board. She became a vegetarian at 11 because she loves animals, uses her contracts to demand diverse hiring, and still manages to keep her personal life more secure than my financial future. And don't even get me started on her business moves. This woman turned down roles that would have paid her college tuition times 12 because they didn't feel right. Meanwhile, I'm over here accepting spam calls because they might be opportunities. If you're feeling personally attacked by Zendaya's success, join the club by hitting subscribe. Now, speaking of decisions that changed everything, let me introduce you to the role that made Disney Channel sweat. Number 5.
Spencer, if you knew what was good for you, you would just walk away because you have no idea who you're dealing with.
Casey Undercover. Oh, you thought this was just another Disney show? Think again, bestie. At 16, when most of us were trying to figure out how to talk to our crush, Zendaya walked into Disney's office and essentially said, "Make me producer or I'm out." The Mouse House really said bet. But wait, it gets better. She straight up demanded her character be martial arts trained. Instead of just another teenage dancer, this wasn't just about looking cool doing backflips. Though, let's be real, that shit was fire. She wanted young girls to see themselves as more than just a pretty face. She was out here fighting stereotypes while we were fighting acne. The show ran for 3 seasons, and let me tell you, watching it back now hits different. It's like watching Baby Batman before he got all dark and broody. Every time Casey kicks bad guy ass, you can see little glimpses of the powerhouse Zendaya would become. Plus, she won a Kids' Choice Award, which is basically a teen Oscar if you really think about it. Actually, don't think about it, just nod and agree. But if you thought telling Disney what to do was ballsy, wait until you see what she did 40 feet in the air without a safety net. Number 4.
What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine.
The Greatest Showman. You know that friend who says they can do everything? Zendaya is actually that friend, and she's not even annoying about it. This movie wasn't just about proving she could sing. We already knew that. This was about her casually deciding to become a whole-ass trapeze artist. While other actors were asking about stunt doubles, Zendaya was like, nah, strap me in. She trained for months, doing all her own aerial stunts while singing live. Let me repeat that. She's singing while flying. Meanwhile, I get winded going upstairs while trying to text. The chemistry between her and Zac Efron was so electric, it made their song Rewrite the Stars go platinum. That's right, she casually added successful recording artists to her resume. Like it was just another Tuesday. The scene where they're flying around each other? That's not movie magic, folks. That's just Zendaya making the rest of us look lazy. But hanging from ropes was just practice for her next role, where she'd literally hang off the side of a building. Number 3.
Wait, You're being serious right now?
Mm-hmm.
You're not joking with me? Like, you're 100% serious because it's not funny? Because I was only like 67% sure.
The Spider-Man trilogy. Marvel said, we need an MJ that will make people forget about every other MJ. And Zendaya said, hold my kombucha. When they announced she was playing MJ, some comic book fans lost their minds. But she's not a redhead. They cried into their collector's editions. Now they're real quiet, aren't they? She turned Mary Jane into Michelle Jones Watson and made us all forget there was ever another version. The way she switches from deadpan humor to emotional depth faster than Peter Parker can shoot webs, that's not acting, that's sorcery. And let's talk about those stunts in No Way Home. She did most of them herself because apparently being talented in every other way wasn't enough. Plus, she somehow managed to make the on-screen romance spill into real life, scoring herself a Tom Holland in the process. The internet's favorite short king and tall queen, giving us hope that height differences don't matter. We stand a resourceful queen. Speaking of real-life romance, her next role would have us all questioning our relationships. Number 2.
I'm not doing well. I'm really not doing well.
Malcolm and Marie. While we were all learning how to make banana bread during lockdown, Zendaya was like, fuck it, let's make a whole movie. Shot in 14 days during peak pandemic, this black and white film is basically one long relationship argument, and I've never been so entertained watching people fight since My Neighbor's 3 a.m. drama last summer. This isn't just acting, this is psychological warfare in the best way possible. Zendaya plays Marie, a woman who's done with her man's bullshit, but also kind of isn't. It's like watching the most intense tennis match ever, but instead of balls, they're serving emotional trauma. The critics were split faster than my pants doing squats. Some called it genius, others called it exhausting. But you know what they all agreed on? Zendaya ate and left no crumbs. She made history as the first major movie shot during COVID lockdown, proving that while we were struggling to put on pants for Zoom calls, she was out here revolutionizing Hollywood. The most outrageous part? She was only 23 when she filmed this. At 23, I was still trying to figure out why my ramen didn't taste like the restaurants. But if you thought watching her in Malcolm and Marie was intense, her next role would have parents checking their kids' bathroom cabinets. Number 1.
I'm not going to a fucking hospital if you call. Look, we can do the withdrawal thing again, baby. It's okay.
The fucking hospital. If you try to put me in a fucking hospital, I swear to God, we're gonna have a problem.
Euphoria. Look, if Euphoria was a drink, it would be Four Loko mixed with anxiety and a splash of glitter. As Rue Bennett, Zendaya doesn't just push boundaries, she eats them into another dimension. This role is like watching someone do emotional parkour while having an existential crisis and somehow making it look beautiful. She became the youngest Emmy winner for lead actress in a drama series and then said, you know what, I'm gonna do it again. The scene where she's going through withdrawal, that shit wasn't acting, that was straight up spiritual possession. Parents were calling HBO to complain, while critics were calling her generation's most compelling actress. Every episode is like watching a masterclass in how to make people uncomfortable, but in an artistic way. 101. The way she can make you feel sorry for Rue, while simultaneously wanting to ground her until she's 40. That's not talent, that's some crazy-ish. And don't even get me started on that episode where she's running from the cops while having a mental breakdown. I had to do breathing exercises just watching it.
Like, it's fucking sweet little angel. It's innocent, sweet little fucking angel who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what the fuck you're doing.
Gosh damn, we just went from Disney Channel to hard drugs and emotional trauma. But that's exactly why we love her, isn't it? Zendaya isn't just acting anymore. She's out here making us question our entire existence while looking flawless doing it. She went from teaching kids how to spy to teaching HBO how to make parents cry. From Oakland to Emmy winner, from backup dancer to making us all back up and rethink our life choices. Zendaya isn't just climbing the Hollywood ladder, she's building her own freaking elevator. And the craziest part, she's just getting started. Like, imagine what she'll be doing at 30 if this is her in her 20s. I'm both excited and terrified. If this video made you feel both inspired and personally attacked, welcome to the club. Treat yourself to more quality content by clicking on the next video. And while you're feeling generous with those clicks, smash that subscribe button to join the Machine Squad. Keep it locked to the KJ Machine. where I keep it realer than your attempts to recreate Zendaya's fashion looks. Peace out, squad.
So tell me what you want, little baby. Flicks on stream. If that's the case, then the TheKjMachine set it up. Let's set the scene. I got all the choices. You just sit back and relax. Just make a wish, I'll fulfill that. No need to ask.